viewers, in today's video we will tell you about superfoods that could be terrible for you. It's not actually quite clear how a food gets named a superfood in light of the fact that dislike is the FDA setting on that choice. Furthermore, regardless of whether the food being referred to really has extraordinary characteristics or is only a productive possibility for advertising, the least you expect is that eating them likely will not do you any damage. Tragically, regardless of whether a food merits the most great title, it could be in any case be horrendous for you. Fermented tea. Fermented tea is an aged dark tea that is professed to offer various momentous medical advantages to any individual who drinks it. A portion of those cases are upheld by science, and some are as yet trusting that more examinations will be finished. So on the off chance that you can move beyond the monster vile SCOBY, a chunk of microscopic organisms and yeast, skimming in the container as you pour off your day-by-day test, maybe it will do brilliant things for you. If this is the kind of content you like, be sure to click on the subscribe button and ring the notification bell in order to stay up to date on your daily videos and content. Quinoa. Since it's known as a superfood, you definitely know quinoa will most likely recuperate the wiped out and raise the dead, correct? Perhaps not. While it seems to contain numerous significant supplements, is anything but a totally honest grain. One of the supplements, it is especially useful for its dietary fiber. Yet, in the event that you're not used to burning through high dosages of fiber, you could wind up getting grassy or even runny. Quinoa is likewise high in oxalic corrosive, which generally drops off your body when you pee. However, which can possibly consolidate with calcium and structure kidney stones. Particularly, in case you're now powerless, greatest peril with quinoa is in any case includes one of its characteristic guard systems. Crucifix vegetables. In a stunning revulsor, earlier unfashionable dietary greenie like Brussels sprouts, broccoli, kale, and other crucifix vegetables have been reawakened and rebranded as superfoods. Thus, long as they are set up in a mostly intriguing manner, that truly is only useful for individuals who eat them. Shockingly, on the off chance that you experience the ill effects of an iodine inadequacy, you should reevaluate that kale smoothie toward the beginning of your day. Brazil nuts. Now and again, a food thing turns up that really has the right to be known as a superfood. Furthermore, in spite of the fact that Brazil nuts are absolutely incredible, it is anything but a controlled and capable Superman sort of force to such an extent, as it can be cautious where you point that Hulk, then remain back sort of force. That is on the grounds that alongside numerous other entirely important supplements, Brazil nuts contain a huge amount of selenium. Selenium is a significant supplement that your body needs, as normally happens in numerous food varieties as indicated by superfood advocates. Brazil nuts even have against disease potential, and keeping in mind that makes for great advertising, it may likewise make for glut by energy. Chia seeds. Chia seeds are another nutritious grain that has been troubled with abundant publicity. Probably the greatest case encompassing chia seeds depends on the measure of omega-3 unsaturated fats as they apparently hold, in particular that they contain more than salmon. In any case, while that is in fact evident, there is something else entirely to the story. Omega-3 acids come in three assortments: DHA, EPA, and the LAA. The initial two normally happen in fish oil and are fundamental for our well-being. ALL, notwithstanding, is the sort that happens normally in chia seeds. We don't actually require it. Our bodies can change ALA over to DHA and EPA. Yet, they do this gradually that the measure of usable omega-3 you get is quite not exactly normally happens in the pink fish. Cinnamon. In virus, cold weather months, and furthermore, the remainder of the year, adding a touch of cinnamon to your food is consoling and heavenly, in case you're a super foodie. Notwithstanding, you may avoid the food and solace and simply take it in a pill structure, all things considered. That is on the grounds that cinnamon is credited, to a great extent, without logical affirmation by means of studies in people. To help treat diabetes, go about as calming, secure the heart lower, malignance, hazard. The rundown is long, nonetheless, comprehend that cinnamon contains coumarin, which can poisonous and cause liver harm whenever taken in too long a portion. There are two kinds of cinnamon: Ceylon, which is more costly and contains next to no coumarin, and Cassia, which is a lot less expensive, more normal, and can contain more coumarin. In case you're simply eating a periodic cinnamon bun, or in any event heating with it consistently, you shouldn't have anything to fear yet. In case you're adding it to all that you cook or taking a huge day-by-day cinnamon supplement, you may be replacing your liver in some cinnamon-spiced apparel. Blueberries. There's no rejecting that blueberries are tasty and nutritious, and individuals would most likely continue to eat them regardless of whether they weren't so bravo. Blueberries were giving their vivid superhuman cape on the strength of the cell reinforcements they contain. They additionally bring along a considerable amount of fiber at 4 grams for every cup, which is extraordinary in the event that you experience difficulty with processing. In any case, in case you're now getting a lot of fiber in your eating routine, the unexpected and normal expansion several cups of blueberries to that condition could leave you experiencing cramps with a side request of swelling and putrid outflows. Green tea. Green tea, in spite of its solid option medication notoriety, really contains nearly as much caffeine as espresso. Furthermore, when joined with a couple of different qualities, makes this natural mixture a more dangerous possibility than a great many people figure it out. The caffeine alone can cause restlessness, quakes, a sporadic heartbeat, hypertension, headaches. The rundown is long, and it doesn't take many green tea cups of caffeine to begin verifying things for certain individuals. At the danger of adulterating a well-known face with medication like this, who needs potion? Watermelon. Watermelon is one of the extraordinary joys of summer eating, joining pleasantness, reward, and nourishment in one delicious piece. Yet, as you will not be able to astounded to find there's a trick. Lycopene is the substance liable for the red tone in tomatoes, just as our number 1 summer bite, and watermelons contain 18 to 26 milligrams for each cut. On the off chance that you buy into hypothesis, what lycopene is an amazing cell reinforcement that is something to be thankful for. Shockingly, in case you're not familiar with devouring enormous amounts of lycopene as you chow down on a solid heap of watermelon, you could encounter some gastrointestinal aggravation. Watermelon is additionally a decent spot to discover potassium, around 560 milligrams for every cut, except for anybody determined to have a hyperkalemia or kidney issues that could be sufficient to cause numerous types. Salmon. Salmon are quite uncommon. They're brimming with valuable omega-3 acids, protein, brilliant tones, and bunches of tasties. What's more, not normal for some other super things. Every one of the awful things that salmon can do, to your not characteristic to the little pink beasties. However, rather have been pushed on them without authorization. Mercury is found in most sea-going organic entities and can be found in more prominent amounts as you climb the evolved way of life. Levels likewise differ contingent upon geographic areas, and whether the fish is wild or homestead raised. The degrees of mercury in salmon are low. Thus, long as you're not eating it with each feast, you ought to be fine.